Yeah, this is my first video and I'll be doing some video on software testing. Shift left testing, which is a modern approach to software testing. Software testing is a critical aspect of software development lifecycle, which involves set of activities that ensure that software application meets the requirements, which is free of defects and performs as expected. Traditionally, testing activities were performed after the development was completed. However, with increasing demand, we have to just for the complexity and pace of software development, there has been a shift towards a more modern approach, which is one topic which will be discussing now. Shift left testing, which is an approach that involves moving testing activities earlier in the software development lifecycle. It aims to detect and address defects as early as possible in the development process, which can help to reduce the cost and time associated with fixing defects later in the process. Shift left testing, which is a modern software testing approach that involves moving testing activities to the left of software development lifecycle. Shift left, which is a basic term which refers to the idea of moving the testing activities earlier in the development process in traditional software development testing. As testing is performed at the end of the development process, in contrast, shift left testing involves testing activities that start as soon as possible in the development cycle. Process of shift left testing. It involves a series of steps that are performed throughout the software development lifecycle. The first one is requirement analysis as a basic setup in every testing process, which involves understanding the requirements of the software application, including its functionality, performance, and usability. Testing team should work closely with the development team to ensure that the requirements are well defined and testable. Next comes the testing plan. Once the requirements are defined, testing team should develop a test plan which should define the testing objectives, scope and test cases, and test set schedule. Test plan should also specify the types of tests that will be performed, including unit test, integration testing, and functional testing. Test automation is an essential aspect of shift left testing, which involves use of automated testing tools and techniques to automate the testing process. Automated testing can improve the speed and efficiency of testing and reduce the risk of human errors. Continuous integration and continuous delivery, which is a key component of shift left testing. It involves continuous integration of code changes into shared repository like GitHub and automatic building and testing of application. This allows developers to detect and fix issues earlier in the development process. Unit testing is a critical aspect of shift left testing, which involves testing individual units or components of software application. Unit tests can detect defects earlier in the development process and reduce the time and cost associated with fixing defects later on. Integration testing. Integration testing involves testing the interaction between different components of software application, which can help to detect defects that arise when different components are combined and ensure that applications works as a whole. Functional testing. It involves testing the functionality of the software application. Functional testing can help ensure that the application meets requirements as expected. Next comes the benefits. Earlier detection of defects, which is one of the primary benefits. By moving testing activities earlier in the development process, defects can be detected and addressed as soon as possible. This can help reduce the time and cost associated with fixing defects later in the process. Reduced cost and time. By detecting defects earlier in the development process, it can help reduce the cost and time associated with fixing the defects. This is because defects that are identified earlier in the process are generally easier and less expensive to fix than that are identified later in the process. Improved quality, which helps in overall quality of the software application. By detecting and addressing defects earlier in the development process, application can be tested thoroughly and any issues can be fixed. Faster time to market. By improving speed and efficiency of development process, it can help reduce the time to market for software application. This can be beneficial for companies that are looking to release software applications quickly and stay ahead of competition. And finally, the conclusion. Software testing methods like shift left testing is a modern approach that involves moving testing activities earlier in the software development lifecycle. It offers several benefits, including earlier detection of defects, reduced cost and time, improved quality, faster time to market, and increased customer satisfaction. However, it also presents some challenges, including increased complexity, lack of testing coverage, integration challenges, and resistance to change. Despite the challenges, it is one of the most popular due to its benefits and is likely to become a standard approach to software testing in the future. Thank you for listening.